Here is some info and tasting notes for the Longrow Red Pinot Noir Cask Finish. So this here is a very, very interesting whiskey. So the Longrow comes from the Springbank Distillery in Campbelltown. But Springbank produced their whiskey. They produce another one called Hazelbird, as well as this, the Longrow, which is kind of harks back to the original style of peated whiskies that would have come out of the Campbelltown region before it kind of hit a bit of a dip and is now making a bit of a resurgence again. So interesting kind of take on the whiskey because it's peated, but then what they do is they actually finish this. They've got a project called their Longrow Red, and every year they'll take their peated whiskey and they'll finish it in a red wine cask. So they've done a number of different ones before, and since this specific one is a Pinot Noir Cask Finish, so they've taken their whiskey, aged it for 8 years, and they've finished it in a Pinot Noir cask for 3 years. Those Pinot Noir casks come from New Zealand, from the Valley Vineyards, and something completely unique, I suppose, for their style. So this is done at 51.3%, so it is a cask strength. It's a little bit higher than what you'd probably be used to. But let's have a go on this whiskey. So it's a wonderful deep amber, but you definitely get the flecks of red inside there, which is really cool. So you know that there's a red wine cask influence in this. On the nose is where things start to get really interesting. So you're looking for like a creamy red apple, maybe like a rhubarb, maybe like a rhubarb crumble. So you're looking for that kind of pastry note that comes through too. You might get hints of like a red licorice. So that faint aniseed nose inside of there, and maybe like maraschino cherries too. So a lot of red fruits, a lot of red kind of flavors coming through. So really, really interesting, but quite unusual because you'd expect loads more smoke to come off, but it's definitely there, but not so prominent. If you have a go on the taste of this is also another completely unexpected experience. So it's quite delicate and quite soft. So you're going to be looking for like those red fruits coming through, raspberry jam, maybe hints of cranberry too. So wonderful red fruits popping through, definitely coming straight from that Pinot Noir cask influence. You'll start to get some burnt embers coming through, some smoke, but nothing like overwhelming, which is really cool. So you're going to get a touch of sultana at the end with a nice creamy finish, and I think this is just beautiful because you definitely get like that peated experience, but just done with so many kind of rich red fruits that are a little bit more unusual for the peated style of whiskey. So I'm a big fan of this one. It is done in a limited edition, so there was only 9,000 bottles ever produced. So if you do get a chance to taste this, I hope you enjoy it. This is the Longrow Red 11-year Pinot Noir Cask Finish.